Yeah, I mean,
Way so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Yo, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel of Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. Hope you're doing well, man. Genuinely do hope that. I'm sure you've seen the news. Some of you may not have. Many of you may. Chelsea have had a bid rejected for Samu Omorodorian. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Who is a centre forward that is on the books for Atletico Madrid and played for Alaves last campaign. We're going to talk about that. Cite an article, we'll use the Metro. Fabrizio Romano's tweeted about it as well. And I'll look at his stats. He's 20 years old. And look, clearly Chelsea are going for young strikers. John Duran's 20 years old. This dude's 20 years old. Similar money, though. It looks like we're prepared to pay more money for this guy when it's seemingly like the mood test, certainly around social media, which probably isn't the best thing in the world, would prefer a John Duran over a Samu Omorodorian. Yeah, I think I'm nailing that, actually. So we're going to get into it today and talk about it. Thanks for joining me, as always. Thank you so much for supporting the content. It's super easy. You just hit the like button to show some sweet love. Subscribe if you want to. Hit the bell if you choose to. Let's get into it. Right, so DiMarzio, I think, originally broke this. Romano's come out, talked about it. Matt Laws confirmed it and said he's going to do a story on it, although I didn't want to wait for him because it's not out yet. It'll probably be out by the time I publish this video. First of all, Romano tweets this: Atletico Madrid have rejected today a formal bid. So this isn't silly buggers. This is serious business. This isn't like Chelsea are looking, we're scouting. Chelsea have put in a formal bid of 30 million euro for Samu. That goes up to 40 million euros. 40 million euro package. My voice goes very high when I can't believe what's going on. Yeah, this is mental, bro. Chelsea are considering Omorodorian and John Duran as options for a new striker. What must Nico Jackson be thinking? He must be thinking, come on, guys, I did pretty well last season, all things considered, in a very dysfunctional and peculiar Chelsea side. I did pretty well. I get it if you want to drop the bag on a superstar senior striker, senior being the word here because he's still young, Jackson, but to spend more money on what they spend on him for a youngster is nothing short of chicken oriental, I think. And look, caveat, full disclosure, I need to be honest, I haven't watched Samu of Alaves. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to show you his stats. We're going to X-value him in just a moment so we can move through that together. That will be an exciting time for us both. But let's just read an article from the Metro to aggregate the story of what we know so far. Chelsea have placed Samu Omorodorian as a top transfer wish list for their attack and hope to reach a speedy agreement for the Atletico Madrid striker to see off strong competition from Serie A. The Blues are in the market for attacking reinforcements. Fine, after a mixed debut season from Nico Jackson. A bit harsh, I think he did alright. For £32 million, it's less than 40 million euros. I think Nico Jackson did pretty good. 17 goals in all competitions, wasn't on penalties either. Decent, and was farmed out wide sometimes as well. And also, we're not going to speak too much about Nico Jackson, but tangible progress and development in front of our very eyes for Nico Jackson. He was always offside. He learned to stay onside. He always got yellow cards for dissent. He removed that from his game. He was good. He was getting better. Look, there were stories out earlier today that he's considering leaving Chelsea because he loves Pochettino and Poch is gone. He didn't agree with the sacking. I think that's kind of nonsense, personally. I didn't want to react to it because I don't necessarily believe it. I do believe he was very upset with Pochettino going. You could tell by social media posts, and Poch believed in him. Poch said, I think he could be one of the best strikers in Europe and this, that, and the other, and he was the perfect kind of manager for Jackson. So obviously Jackson's going to be miffed that he's gone. But look, Jackson's head, he's at Chelsea. He's not going anywhere. So the article reads on that Seshko, of course, has been heavily linked with a move to the bridge, and of course he's extended for RB Leipzig. John Duran has emerged as a potential solution up front, with the Aston Villa striker said to be excited about the prospect of leading the line under the new boss Enzo Maresca. Are you going to lead the line? Look, I get it. I thought he's definitely going to be a backup striker, John Duran, and why would you want to leave a Champions League backup striker position to join Chelsea? And then I thought, well, it's Chelsea. And now, look, yeah, come and be the first choice striker at Chelsea. It just seems wild to me. Look, I'm very, very mindful here. I don't want to get sucked into this reductive way of, as a football fan, he scored loads of goals last season. It's the only way we can go is by buying players that are scoring loads of goals now. Because it's not always just down to that, is it? It's okay, it is. There is a sort of Moneyball element to it sometimes. Not always, but this guy is the right profile for what we're doing in the system. And under us, under our coaching, under our tutelage, surrounded by these players playing this style of football, we think we can get a high amount of value out of him. I get it, sensible business, but where's the in between, bro? My inclination, my reflexes. This is Chelsea Football Club. We just need to buy superstars. I mean, maybe that's wrong, but look, not buying superstars has worked for us. With Malo Gusto, with Cole Palmer, big ticks, guys. Fine, but John Duran and Samu, this guy, is he gonna be the same? To be fair, look, I think Enzo Fernandez is a bit of a superstar. He's a World Cup winner. He was the best young player at the World Cup. He does meet that young superstar, and we spent 105 million. We spent 115 million, broke the transfer record on Moises Caicedo. Now, Caicedo, famously not a superstar. He had a good season at Brighton. And I'm looking at the Alaves kit now. It looks exactly like Brighton. I'm having flat PTSD and visceral freakouts just by looking at this kit. But I'm not throwing any shade at Caicedo. I think he is a superstar and has the scope to be one, is becoming one. But I guess I'm trying to just do some football therapy of my own here and try and navigate how I feel about not buying high-profile names at all. Or anyway, let's keep reading on. Reports emanating out of Duran's native Colombia indicated that Chelsea had even reached an agreement worth in the region of £42 million for the 20-year-old who had been playing second fiddle to Ollie Watkins at Villa Park. However, a new player has come to the fore in West London, with Gianluca Di Marzio naming I've nailed it before. Omorodion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 5 syllables. Omorodion. As Chelsea's new first choice striker for the attack in the summer transfer window. He's 20. He swapped Granada for Atletico Madrid last summer, and he spent the season on loan, of course, at Alaves. Don't look at the kit if you've got Brighton PTSD, where he scored 8 goals in 35 appearances. Now, 8 goals? That's 1 goal in 4 games. Come lead the line for Chelsea. We're going to spend 40 million quid on you because you score 1 goal in 4 games and you're young potential. It does not seem / feel like the solution to our problems. I don't get it. Now, I'm trying to be a big boy here, and I'm trying to say I'm a football fan and I have my opinions, and there are people at Chelsea that are supposed professionals, okay, and they know what they're doing. They have an idea. Oh my god, I hope they know what they're doing, and oh my god, I hope they've got an idea. And that is signing these players. Look, I don't want to like be churlish here and just say like we're just a bunch of nobodies. We're not a bunch of nobodies. Chelsea have got elite players, and this is a player joining those elite players. You know, we've got. I think the star value of Christopher Nkunku has been so undervalued. This guy is a world class attacker. He's amazing. He is amazing. You know, and then we've got Cole Palmer, who's becoming a bit of a world class attacker. We've got loads of good young talented. We've got the £200 million men in midfield. We've got a £60 million rotational central midfielder in Lavia. I know he's not necessarily a superstar because of his profile, but these are great players. We've got Reece James. You guys know how I feel about the likes of Wesley Fofana, and I like our team. I really like it, and we're adding quality to a team that I like. So I don't want to be like a child here, but look, maybe people who've watched the striker will be like, yeah, and he's wicked. He could be dope. Don't worry about it. We'll look at his stats in a moment. The report suggests Chelsea are eager to strike a deal for Omo Radorian sooner rather than later, given the Spain under-21 international was also attracting strong interest from Roma and Napoli. So yeah, but this is like, is this the playground we're in now? Roma and Napoli? I know that Napoli won the Scudetto a couple of seasons ago, but Osimhen wants out, Kvaratskhelia wants out as well, and yeah, I don't know. So he's yet to feature for Atletico Madrid, but the La Liga giants view the youngster as a key player for the future and are reluctant to entertain offers for potential suitors. So look, this isn't a player they've got on the shop window. Chelsea have offered money for him and they've said no, we're not selling him. So we'll see what happens. I mean, see how much money we offer. The forward who came through Granada's youth ranks is tied to a contract with Leti until 2028. Atleti briefly explored the possibility of recalling Omo Radorian midway through his loan spell last season. Simeone spoke very highly of him back in October, saying this: you can see him evolving in the games we followed involving Alaves. He told AS. He's a young guy, he's strong with a lot of speed in long spaces and good play in the box with his body. Let's hope he does. Yeah, so look, you go read the articles on him. Apparently he is tall, strong and fast. Strong and fast doesn't always mean Premier League greatness. Mudrik's strong and fast in theory. Look, we've spoken enough. Let's look at his stats. If I can get the ruddy window here. There we go. So this is him on X value. As you can see by looking, first of all, his nationality is Spanish. He's 20 years old. He's tall. He's bloody tall. He's right-footed, and he is a forward. As you can see, his strengths are shooting, carries, and aerials here. We keep looking at strikers that are really good in the air. Of course, Seshko's good in the air. It's great that his shooting's really, really strong. And he can carry the ball as well. He's not creative. He's very much a centre forward, as you can see there. But look at his heat map. He picks up in those sort of inside 10 spaces, those pockets. He occupies that a lot, and he does spend a lot of time, but not that much time in the 18-yard box, which is pretty interesting, you must say. Let's look at his stats and trend. Attack. So he's got direct goal involvement 0.42 every 90 minutes. That's not actually that bad. It's slightly better than I thought it would be. We don't need to look at this. Look at his advanced stats quickly, because that should give us a little bit more of an idea. Shooting! Right, here we go. So this is a little bit more of what they like about him. His shooting is in the 98th percentile. His non-penalty XG is also in the 98th percentile because he doesn't take penalties. His non-penalty XG per shot is the 100th percentile. So that is the... can I see that, please? Average expected goal value from all non-penalty shots. Yeah, so, okay. So, yeah, his shooting stats are pretty insane, actually. Like I said, not created, although he's got very big expected threat. Yeah, as you can see, he's an all-round finisher. Alright, so maybe it doesn't sound too bad. I haven't watched this guy, I have to be honest here, but he looks like a tall, strong, fast striker who's very good at heading and is very good at just finishing. He is, as it says here, an all-round finisher. I guess that's good. I guess if you think of it from the sense of Enzo Maresca, we're going to play this new brand of football where we're going to have a lot of the ball. Hopefully the ball will get into the 18-yard box X amount of times, and therefore, if you've got a young player who just likes to be shoots a lot all the time, then it could be good. I'm going to reserve my full opinion and judgment until I know a little bit more, because I'm sure some people that are well educated in La Liga football, Spanish football, say, yeah, this guy, his ceiling's way up there, and he's an amazing player. I mean, look, it's very easy to get angry at the sporting directors. I know it's quite fashionable in some quarters of the Chelsea fan base, but they do seem to know talent, whether that's in Ecuador, whether that's in Brazil, or indeed sections of Europe like France and stuff. So I don't, again, sporting directors will be judged once the team is built and the project is built. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of what the reports and briefings have been from Chelsea for a while. But me, as a fan with my limited knowledge of this scenario, I don't feel incredibly excited by it. But we as fans, we want household names, we want exciting superstars, we want Galacticos, don't we? That's our inclination. But, I mean, if we do sign this kid, if he comes in and starts banging in goals, it'll be genius, won't it? It'll be absolute genius from the club. And if he doesn't, and they can't flog him, and they loan him out, and whatever, then it would just be absolute tragedy. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts, because I'm sure most of you, or a lot of you at least, will know more about this guy than I do. So I look forward to learning about him from you. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. I'll see you back here very soon, hopefully. Peace.